From our last video of where our door opened, we decided to lock it this time.
Mucho importante.
Alright guys, we just got to New Mexico. We're at Brantley Lake State Park. I was really unsure. We've never really camped in the desert before, but this is very, very nice. I'm gonna do a video from the full takedown of our RV. So right now we're backing up and we're just trying to see how level we are. That made it just a pinch. Hold on. It is super windy out here. Okay, so I'm gonna call this good, because it's, oh my gosh, it is very, very, very windy. So that's decent. You know, we could mess with it with levelers, but it's just the back that's a little off. So we'll keep it. Hey, we're good. It's good enough. It's
absolutely wrong. Proved.
Not perfect, but it's good enough. You have to level side to side, and then we do have to level back to front. So
back to front comes next.
But it's very, very hot. So go ahead and plug in the RV.
Okay. Yeah,
before we
get the AC
even
going, because when you're driving, you get no chance to cool down the RV. It's just sitting there, picking up whatever heat you're driving through.
So we like to plug in the RV first before we level and do, well, before we do everything.
In a place like this, check inside here carefully first. You don't know what kind of critters might be hiding in here, especially in the freaking desert.
We're seeing a lot of nests.
Yeah. This looks good. So we got our 50 amp plug here. There we go.
Make sure the breaker's off.
Yeah, it looks like it's on, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on, so yeah, just...
You want to make sure it's off.
Always better to plug it in.
Our plug's here.
First,
we have a bunch of
turn on your breaker.
adapters.
So check this out, we're gonna do this. We're gonna plop this guy in, and then it's got a secondary screw right here. So we're gonna... This one's kind of a pain in the butt to get on straight. You kind of have to toy with it a little bit.
Hey,
Spin
actually,
it the opposite way first.
I only have 11 minutes left of storage. I want to use the GoPro.
Okay.
So
Perfect.
we're switching to the GoPro.
Okay. Anyways, so now that you have the both sides plugged in, you can kick on that breaker. Boom. And our guard dog here just lit up. So now we can go inside and get the AC going. At least that way we start cooling things down.
Before we get in there, which...
That way we don't all die.
I don't usually turn it off. So it is on and running. It actually doesn't feel too bad in here, thank God. Sometimes if it's over 100 degrees and we don't have the AC running for 4 or 5 hours, it just doesn't cool down for the night.
No, it's no way.
From our last video of where our door opened, we decided to lock it this time.
Mucho importante.
Okay, so what do you do?
Oh, I need the front leveler. A little yellow thing.
Oh. We need to get some blocks. We've been talking about it, so we don't exactly do it the right way.
So we got this little plastic guy. It works. It does the job. First thing you're going to want to do to unhook the RV, you're going to want to drop your front leg here. So you want to do this first and foremost before you touch anything else. You want to make sure that your RV is grounded. It's not going to roll forward or backward. This guy's gonna be set. It runs really slowly, unfortunately.
Today, Junior?
No, you just hold the button down.
So
and
while he does that, I usually walk around and I grab the rest of these guys and I put them underneath our stabilizers. Sorry, hard to do kind of one-handed, but we'll make it work. So We do need to get another pack of these because when we use them to level, we run out, and our stabilizers definitely need more underneath them. The higher up you can build the stabilizers, the more stable the RV is going to be. Sorry if my video's shaky. Hard to walk around and do it all. Okay, so that is down.
So it's down, but you want to keep going up. So when you have one of these anti-sway bars, to get these off, you actually have to hyperextend this and go even taller than the truck itself. You're actually going to lift your truck higher than it wants to go. That's going to be the best. We don't have to take that off quite yet.
Okay.
So look, we're raising the truck up even more than it wants to go. I already took the brake controller off. We've got this wireless one here. It's a Bluetooth one. This thing's awesome. We can actually change the intensity of the braking system from Erica's phone, which is fantastic.
Future's now, old man.
Yesterday we had it way too high and it was jittery,
the RV was
and
actually pulling us back when I barely tapped the brakes. Okay, so next thing we're gonna do, we got a little bar over here. And if I can find it. Somewhere. Oh, you know what? I threw it in the back here because we already got everything locked up.
Big thing is to always put your stuff back in the same spot.
Yeah, we had already locked up. You want to keep everything perfectly organized because when you start losing stuff, then you can't keep track. If you get to your next stop and you forgot a tool, you're kind of screwed.
Yeah, we keep our little hose thingy here, our water hose here, our sewer hoses, and our extra little easy tools here.
Anyways,
and then our leveler.
Here, let's get back to this. So, this guy here, be very careful taking it off. It's way easier to put it on and crank it than it is to take it off. Taking it off, it can sometimes jump. This thing will slide and cut you. I've done it, it sucks.
The kids usually just hang out in the car because right now it's really hot. So
well, and it's just better that they just stay out
of the way. Yeah, Eli.
So, here, ready?
No?
Be very careful, guys. Okay. That one didn't jump too much. I think I did good on that one.
Okay.
Alright. So I already took off the other side of our anti-sway bar. Make sure you take off your little emergency brake thing. This is in that rare instance when your camper decides to go flying off.
Wait, let me put the chocks down.
Yeah, you can go do that real quick.
Of course. How selfish of me. Let's do all the things that you want to do.
While we're doing this, I like to have the chocks down just so we know that our RV is not going to roll away anywhere. We forgot one time while we were setting up and our RV took a little trip. We caught it, we were able to catch it, it was fine, but not something we want to do on the regular.
We thought we lost an RV for like half a second.
So it's really important to put your chocks down.
Yeah. Both sides, ideally, depending, I mean, if it's like faced way, way backwards, you want to just put them both on one side.
Yeah.
But we're gonna just do both sides here just in case we get a little rock back and forth. You're good there.
So we also have X chocks that we put up just to help with movement in the RV. I would like to pick up another set of these and put them on all the tires. I'm just weirdly paranoid about the RV moving, so we do a few extra things to make sure it's stable.
Okay, so I got that one down.
All right.
So we're gonna go back and I'm gonna get the other chain off here. These chains are just a backup. In case something happens, you don't wanna, you know, your RV flying down a highway, you have these as a backup. So I'm gonna just set those down. So the next part, now that we've got that all off, I'm gonna lower this back down. So we're gonna lower it back down until I can tell that it's putting weight on it, and then I can actually take this hitch ball off. now that I can tell it's got pressure on it, we're gonna take this off. Do that, see? We just dropped it. Now we can go back up. And I'm just gonna watch carefully, just so we're not wasting too much time. There we go. So now we're above. I'm gonna pull forward and get out of the way.
So the next thing is we're gonna level front to back. It's very, very unlevel, so he needs to take it down. Go ahead.
Boys are inside listening to California Girls. They're getting their Katy Perry on. I usually take this chain and I just kind of drape this over here. Drape the other one over the other side, just keep them out of the way, so out of sight, out of mind. This one just kind of drapes back there.
Alright,
there we go. Now it's a matter of getting it balanced back and forth. Okay, so we definitely need to go down. So I usually tend to just drop it. Erica pays attention to the leveling, and she gives me the thumbs up when we're good back and forth.
The other big thing that we have to watch out, we have forgotten and not paid attention to multiple times. Our slides come out a couple of feet, so we have to make sure we don't get too close to the breaker box in the water. We've had to completely redo and move the RV because we didn't have enough space. We need to get a little stick and measure it just so we know, but I typically go a little bit further over. We are good, and then I just double checked that we didn't get thrown completely out side to side, and we're good side to side.
Yeah, one thing you'll notice, depending on the angle of where you're parking, I mean, we've had it to where this ball of the hitch has practically been touching the ground because we were angled so far back and forth.
So okay, so now we got to put the stabilizers down.
Yes. So let me go grab the gun just to do it quickly for you guys, and then we'll show you the other way too. We've got a hand crank that only works for this one.
Yeah, our stabilizer broke when we forgot to put the chalk down and our RV went a little away. So this one you have to hand do, and it takes forever.
Here, I'll film you doing it.
I did this one this morning.
We can trade off if you want. This one's a pain in the butt. It does not like to lower very quickly. While she's doing that, I'm gonna show you guys the best tool in the world. I feel bad that I get to use this and she's stuck with that. We finally splurged and bought one of these to change tires and everything else we're gonna need. So now look at how much freaking quicker that is. That's night and day than hand cranking the Jesus out of it. So I'm gonna just go nice and snug, go a little bit tight, and then we're gonna go to the other side. She might just touch it up with the hand. We just like to make sure everything's nice and sturdy, because when you're really gonna feel it when you guys are on the RV and the kids are jumping around, being little bee holes. And there we go, good to go. And we got one more. We got 4 of these guys, one on all 4 corners. We might put 2 more on. You know, more on, okay, that's me. And get these all the way down. Sometimes this thing tends to stick on here and you gotta kind of jiggle it off. There we go. Okay, so now we are all stable.
Perfect. So that one goes there.
All right, so everything is set, except basically we got slides left, right?
Yeah.
Slides are the next piece of the puzzle. Big thing, I think she's already talked about this, make sure you have plenty of room to get your slides out. Oh, you touched your leg on the wall, you have to face the back of your leg.
Whoops.
Sexy time.
All right.
Okay, so we should hopefully have plenty of room. I think the boys' room's gonna be borderline
No,
with that box.
that'll be all right.
Yeah.
Okay, so one of us goes in and pushes the button.
I'll go in,
show
I'll
you.
push the button. And she's gonna stay out here, and if I get close to anything, she's gonna start screaming and smacking on the door.
Ron, are you okay? Ron.
I want to show them how to do which buttons we push.
Okay.
So just.
Don't get your thing dirty again. Dirty thighs don't save lives. Oh, you might want to put your stairs down too, by the way. Make life a little bit easier getting in and out instead of having to hoof it up there.
So we put
Just
stairs.
that easy.
It's too windy to put the awning out, so we're not going to use our awning, unfortunately.
We got to get a couple of things out of here. We decided to keep a big old cactus. Oh, don't shush. It's a friggin'...
We stole a cactus part, but it's fine. Those are our shoe bins.
It was from a public area, okay? I wanted a cactus. So
we put, those are our daily shoes. This one's actually our winter shoes. Oh, you touched the ball. Your pants are all black.
Did I?
All in the black.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. Say goodbye to those shorts.
How did I do that?
I don't know.
I swear I didn't touch it.
I don't know, but
Okay.
let's go.
Word of advice, don't touch balls. Okay.
Alright, come on.
Okay, show the buttons.
Alright.
So we've got, I know that the right slide is the right part of the RV inside. This is our kitchen, living room area. This is the boys' room right here. And this is our awning.
We're not doing that.
So we're gonna do, we always start out with the boys' room. Or actually, no, when we get in here, we do our area.
I like the boys' room first, back to front.
We're still fighting about it. Okay.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter. Okay, so we're going out.
This is how our slides go out. It's really important once you start putting your slide out to go all the way out, and if you need to correct something, pull it, if you can, pull it all the way out, then go back in and then out again, because these seals, they just get tucked in. The wind is gonna drive me crazy because it's actually going against our RV, so we're probably going to have a lot of sway. We do have X trucks that I'm going to put up, which will help, but it'll be interesting. Here, can you get the gray?
There's a bit of a mess in the boys' room. There's some things toppled over.
Oh.
Seems like no matter how well you organize it, you're going to get at least one thing falling.
Can you get the blue bin out?
It's next to impossible to not have something topple. So if you're going to put stuff up high, make sure none of it's breakable.
All right. Sometimes we put the rug out. It just depends. We'll be here for 4 or 5 days, depending.
Yeah.
So
if we're doing a one-night stay, there's no point in like
we don't
super unpacking.
we don't unpack very much at all if we're doing a quick trip. Can you put these?
Oh yeah.
in?
X-Shocks.
These are for extra stability. I was telling them about it already.
And no, I'm not talking about a video game console. I am talking about these.
So the reason I don't like the impact gun is because it does this. It doesn't always go all the way down. So that's why I kind of just tighten it up. Here, wait.
So,
I'm gonna tell the boys they can go inside.
okay.
And then I'll show you guys how to do that. All right, guys, you guys can come in. Listening to Eminem. Okay, X-Shocks.
X-Shocks 360 here, okay. It's got a little handle here. This is super easy to put on. Usually you kind of just line it up between the two tires, make sure the angle is gonna fit the curvature of the tire. I twist with my fingers first, wait till it's tight, then you're gonna use this tool. This tool is awesome. Let's see, oh, it's going the opposite way, so.
We just recently got all new tires after having 3 flat tires and blowouts while we were driving. Unfortunately, they're all different brands. We tried our best, but we bought them in different places.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of this tire. It's actually the cheapest. Seems to be the best quality.
And it's really strange, but the PSI on it is 80, and we do 65. We've
well,
kind
it says the max is 80. I really don't do 80. It's not ideal. We changed them all to 65 65, we've had no problems, no blowouts, no.
Yeah, and 65
borderline
is
blowouts.
even slightly looks a little inflated, so we might drop it down a little bit.
So, you know, one thing I'll say too, guys, this is a new area. We haven't camped out in the desert yet. So, you know, supposedly there's scorpions. Well, I killed one in Texas. And tarantulas. Just keep an eye out for random
Bugs.
bugs,
We've dealt with a
rodents.
lot of fire ants. So one of the things we should probably do better is get the stuff in between the slides first before we pull those out. But
Yeah,
I usually
ideally we should have put these on before.
We-
So now I get to crawl under here and do it like this way.
we like to do it this way though, just so the kids can head into the RV sooner.
That's my phone ringing. Okay, so we got that done. I got a phone call from Eli. They were trapped in the trunk of the car.
We
so-
forget that if they're in the back, they can't get out.
Yeah, we only have one handle on our truck doors.
So they have
Don't
to
worry,
be let
the
out.
AC was on. They're not in sweltering heat.
It's so damn hot. Milk was a bad choice.
Okay.
So the X chocks are on. That means this thing's not gonna, it's barely gonna budge forward and backward. It's not going anywhere.
The other stabilizer I want to get is actually underneath the stairs, because when Matt stands on it, the whole RV shifts. But
I'm sorry that I have a Rubenesque figure, okay?
okay, so we are done with this part.
So let's see.
Starlink.
Yeah, well, we got Starlink to get the internet on.
Oh, water.
Let's get the water hooked up. It's kind of, at this point, it's dealer's choice, you know, whatever you feel. If you feel like you'd rather have internet over water, you know, be my guest.
Yeah, we'll take this off later, and we just store it under the RV.
Well, here, why don't we take that off really quick and just,
Okay, what about this stuff?
so yeah, this stuff, make sure you put this away. This is a very expensive piece. It's way more expensive than you'd want to pay, but it's totally worth it. So put this in a, say,
All right, so we're gonna put this up here. You're like, go inside. We need you to watch. Like, well, we will clean it.
Okay.
We hit some bumps apparently. You're like, go in.
Dirty.
I know, go.
Oh, Linky, no. It's a mess.
There's always interruptions when we're trying to set up, but that's fine.
okay, ready?
Yeah.
All right, so taking the pin out, I'm gonna pull this metal dowel out, get that out of the way so we can get our hitch off. This thing weighs an absolute ton. I don't know anybody in their right mind that would want to steal this thing unless they had a truck at the ready to haul it, because it weighs probably close to 100 pounds. So we just set it out in front. Nobody's messed with it. I wouldn't try to steal it. It's loud and it's heavy.
Yeah, I put this in here.
So yeah, all the little extra stuff we've got a little basket here for. But now that we've done that, we can take our hose out and get our water hooked up. For a while we kept just filling up our water tank and using our pump to get water. Good Lord, more hose than man. Sometimes things get tangled. As organized as you want to be, it's not always perfect.
Yeah, and they, oh,
You know, I just keep throwing it on the ground.
yeah, let's break it.
All right. This thing's your best friend. This is a water pressure gauge. This keeps a certain amount of water pressure from hitting your RV. You don't want too much because you'll just blow
Blow
up
out
your
your
RV.
RV lines. I bought almost everything when we started. We've obviously tweaked and added some things. Later we'll do a video on our solar. We've only used it once, but in the spring we definitely want to, like the winter and the spring, we'd love to boondock more and get our solar out and do that. It's just too hot. Our generator unfortunately does not run our AC.
Best thing about that, you want to make sure you get this on nice and tight. You kind of, sometimes you have to turn both together to get it nice and tight like that. Otherwise you get water spewing out. It's just, you're gonna get a big puddly mess. And next part over here, make sure you pull this cap out. And I we got a little bit of dirt here. You got to make sure that's clear, otherwise you're not going to get a clear, get a solid seal, and you're going to have more water spewing out.
So this is the city connection, which means that it literally will turn this on, and it's just like a house where you turn on the faucet and it goes through right into your RV, into your pipes. I used to do it.
Nice and close there so I can see.
It's fine.
It's not fun. We're doing an instructional video, wifey. Okay, so we're gonna twist this on, and this another thing. Make sure this is nice and tight too. You're gonna get lots of water leaks. Not you know, out here it's not a big deal. We're in the desert. It could probably use some water.
RV builders, can you answer me why that our water is above our electric plug?
So
does not seem safe.
If this starts leaking water, it's going right to where our electric plugged in.
So if
not
anybody can answer that, I'd appreciate it.
Some of these have the twist off kind. This has a pump style. You just pump it out. Now we have water.
Yep.
Boom. We're done. Okay.
We're ready.
We don't have septic, so we don't have to set that up, unfortunately.
We'll show we've shown you the videos before.
Yeah, you've seen the poopy tank videos and the.
So that's what we'll be doing.
So next thing we're gonna set up Starlink.
Yeah, there's also bathrooms here, so we do try and use those more often. We rarely shower in our shower. We usually use the campground showers. It's
we
just
rarely shower in general because you know this lifestyle. No, we Erica showers quite a bit. I do my best.
You know,
sometimes my best is not good enough.
we live in the wild, okay?
You're not showing anything.
Oh.
So make sure you take out other stairs.
Yeah,
This
we
one,
do have 2 pairs.
If you haven't seen before, this leads to our bathroom. And here, I'm gonna open this up and latch it. We got a little latch because it's really windy. Otherwise, my door is gonna hit me in the freaking tuchus.
So our bathroom's kind of our dumping area when we travel. Yes, we have a diaper genie. We do not flush toilet paper.
So we've got a little vent here for it's meant for airing out the duty smell, but we also second it as our Starlink wire thingy. So I'm gonna hand this to Erica. If she can start just pulling that, she's gonna fish it all out there. And this thing doesn't close too hard, so you can actually close it on the Ethernet to it. The Ethernet's pretty sturdy. Close it back down. We're all set there. Then I'm gonna grab our Starlink.
Ooh, the wind.
So what's cool is we're in the freaking desert. This Starlink can go just about anywhere, and we're gonna get fantastic service. So the other end of, woo, it's windy. The other end of this Ethernet, guys.
Help, door.
Sometimes things are just better if Erica doesn't help. Okay. So these, nice and close. Where are you going?
My plant fell over.
Your plant's fine. And now your phone fell over. Sorry, I give Eric a hard time. So this end here, we're gonna take this and it's gonna go right down into the base of our satellite. Then the rest, you have your actual base here, which if I get it on correctly, it'll work. Boom, done.
And just,
Now,
I'd stick it back. I don't know, that's okay.
I'm gonna put it back here.
Okay. I use this for
I've got
work.
a nice open desert here, so I can throw this just about anywhere. You know, honestly, I might even throw it on top of our...
It's a little windy.
It's a little windy.
But how cool is this picnic table? We'll do a campground review later. But for now, we're just gonna stick to RV setups. So
this right now, it's gonna search for a satellite once we get the router plugged in. It's gonna start figuring out where it is. If for some reason it's gonna aim right at that bush over there, I'll move it.
So I guess we'll attempt to put the rug out. Hopefully I'm hoping you can see us while we do this. I mean, it's pretty simple.
So
Oh,
this side's the top.
No.
No?
No.
What?
This is flip it.
Oh my god. The fighting continues.
This is the new rug, so we don't have quite it down. Yes, believe it or not, rugs and configurations make a big difference on how you do everything.
So we're gonna see if we can slide this a little bit further into the RV. We don't have quite as much space as we would like, but all in all, this is really nice. You most of the time you take your shoes on and off when you exit your RV. At least we do. We got the Japanese in our blood, so. We tend to take our shoes off when we enter a home or an RV, or in our case, both. But it's pretty windy right now, so we might throw a couple of rocks on the corners.
We're gonna borrow a few rocks.
Yeah, we're gonna borrow some camp rocks here and hold this sucker down. Again, guys, I don't know my surroundings. You know, we were picking up rocks. I peeked underneath. You know, you don't know if you're gonna find a scorpion or whatever, a little snake, I'm not sure. So yeah, all in all, this is how we set up our campground. And yeah, I mean, if you guys ever have the opportunity to do this lifestyle, give it a shot. Hopefully this gave you guys a lot of information. We just got here and we're gonna start enjoying this little desert site here. We've got a lake out there. I don't know if you can see it, but we're gonna go maybe take a swim in a few. So say goodbye, Erica.
Bye. My plants need water.
Okay, bye.